Mate, I wanted to start from the beginning by asking you how you got started in this sport.
So originally I was born in Ukraine, right? So I was an active kid, like doing a lot of sport, playing football, going swimming, and one other thing I did was like participate in kung fu forms. Like it was called wushu. So I was doing like forms and stuff. And there was another side to wushu, which was like combat, where you actually fought, and it was basically striking. So your hands, kicks, and you can take down. Well, once you get the takedown, you stand back up. And I had a few fights in that, and I really liked it. So ever since then, I really wanted to fight. And when I moved over to UK, when I was 14 years old in 2011, I couldn't really speak the language, and one of the first things I did was just get signed up at the um, martial arts academy, looking for competitions and stuff just to keep myself busy because
Was
new
that a
country.
GB
What?
top team at that point? Or
No, GB top team did not exist at that point. It was precision martial arts, local to me where I live in Camberley. Still train there to this day.
yeah,
Do classes here and there.
yeah. Oh, sorry, I thought you were out from a. Oh, sorry. Do you still go back there? Do you mean? Because you train at top team as well, don't you?
Yeah. Train at top team, but I still do my training at precision martial arts.
Yeah.
Been with them this
How
whole
do you
time.
split your time between the two of them?
I made the precision is just local to me, and GB top team as well. I do my most of my training with the team for MMA,
Yeah. So
and
you mostly
precision I
training
just
at top
work.
team.
Yeah, and precision I just work my technique and stuff.
Yeah. The one of the was it the yeah sorry the draw you had early on in your career. It was a Lanier Kavanagh, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, Lonnie Kavanagh.
Yeah, I feel like I pronounced that wrong, but you probably got it better than me. There's
Mm.
a bit of bad blood going into that fight. Like you two look like you didn't like each other at all.
No, not at all, mate. Not at all. It was just competition, really. We were both eager to win, both competitive, and now we actually train together. We're both fighting out of GB top team. Not long after that fight, I came up for a session with him in Richmond, and yeah, we've been cool, man, ever since. He
Yeah,
gave me at that point. It was the toughest fight I've ever had. Like, where I had to overcome the most adversity. So in the way, I just wanted to, learn from him. Well, I did.
yeah.
So we're
No,
good friends now,
obviously,
man. Good training
yeah.
partners.
No, I was wondering because I was like, I think you like palmed him off, didn't you? End of the first round and stuff. I wondered if there was
That's
like
just
a bit of a story behind it or something.
nah, not at all. It's just a fight.
Yeah, and the Santarelli fight after that, that was a good one. I think he had a Muay Thai background, didn't he?
And me,
Sorry, the Santarelli fight after that.
yeah, he looked like he had some type
That
of
was
Muay
that
Thai.
was a lot of fun to watch that one, man.
Yeah, he's good, man. I feel like that fight, I literally didn't really show much of myself at all. Pretty frustrated with myself, but you learn from those kind of
Why is that?
outings. Hmm?
Why is that? Why were you frustrated with your performance?
I didn't really do anything, man. Like the things that I wanted to do, I didn't really get to do them. Like in the moment, I just caught up in the occasion, and I actually had a little bit of worry on my right hand because I injured it prior in camp, so I couldn't really commit to my shots, and I just ended up wrestling, gassing myself out too much, like trying to hold on, using my energy inefficiently. So so I blew myself out in the first round, and then had to play catch up, and he just got the better of me from there on.
Yeah, was that your that was your second loss in a row? Was it after the draw as well? What was your mindset sort of affected at all after that? Were you feeling sort of
To be honest, I can't remember the exact order and whether that fight was after Lonnie, but uh, yeah, after draw, I was just I just wanted to get back on the winning horse, and Santarelli, I just took that as a learning experience, man. That's what all amateur fights are for. Of course, it's like super frustrating to lose. No one likes to lose, but like you have to take those lessons as they come.
Do you feel like you've learnt more from all the losses than you have the victories in your career?
In a way, yeah, loss really makes you push to try develop and fix your holes. And it's just you know, when you lose, all you want to do is win. And then when you have few wins in a row, sometimes you get content because you feel like you're on top of the world and all of that. But really, you always need to train with the mentality like you're coming off a loss. So yeah, when you lose, it's refreshing, and you want to redeem yourself. So you definitely go for a lot more.
Yeah. What do you feel like you've taken away from like the most from each of your losses in your career?
Well, I haven't lost a pro so far, and I'm not planning to for a while. But amateur wise, I don't know. Most of it is just how to stay within myself, within my own head, how to stay calm, composed, and just little details. You know, when you get in there, it's different to training and sparring. So it's really important to get that competition time. Because you can be a world beater in the gym, like doing your sparring rounds, but when it comes to performing under the lights, you might not be shining, you know. But that's the time to shine. That's the time to perform and perform to your best ability. So that's what you learn to do throughout your amateur fights. And the more you get out there, the more you learn, the better you get. So I'm quite happy with the amount of amateur fights I had as well.
Do you feel like that was necessary to build your experience up before going pro?
Yeah, 100%. And there wasn't a need to stay there too much longer because train like a pro, you take the same damage as a pro, like in the gym, sparring rounds, whatever, wear and tear on the body, it's the same amount. Uh, and it's just like it's time to progress and move up in the pro ranks.
Yeah. So that was that the main reason behind your decision to go pro. Then after the Jack Eglin fight, you just felt like you were ready for it.
Yeah, 100%. We both wanted to go pro after that fight, and
Yeah, Jack
I
did
got
as
the
well,
win.
didn't
So
he?
yeah, so it's even better for me coming off of a win, turning pro. You know, much better momentum.
Yeah. No, that was a good fight, that one. Like you kept it. There was a lot more on the feet in the third round. Was that intentional?
Well, I won the first two rounds, so I didn't really have to do much in the third, except from I was I yeah I was a bit gassed in the third, so I was like whatever. I I've already got two rounds in the bag, so I can just do whatever I want. So I just had a bit of fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you I feel like you often get called a lot by like commentators and the fighting stuff that just called a grappler, but you come from a striking background, do you?
Yeah, well, I was doing originally I was doing kickboxing and jiu-jitsu. That was my base when I first started training, and now I've mixed in a lot of wrestling. And but yeah, man, I just mix it up. I haven't showed as much of my striking in throughout my amateur fights and stuff, but you're gonna see a lot more of it in my upcoming fights.
Yeah. Is that something you want to showcase in?
Yeah, for sure. But there's time and place. It all depends on who you fight, and so like MMA is a fight, but at the same time, it's you need to look at your opponent's weaknesses and figure out what the best game plan is to win. So you take your opponent where he doesn't want to be.
Yeah. You're obviously pretty active at amateur. Obviously fighting like a few times a year. Do you plan on keeping that going at professional?
Yeah, man, it's been a bit difficult with whole pandemic, and I had a little bit of an injury, but I'm on the better end of it now. Pretty much training like normal. So yeah, once I'm 100% ready to go, you'll be seeing a lot of me for sure because I'll be pushing for fights everywhere.
Yeah. Is that a
'cause it's
recent?
been,
Is that a recent injury?
yeah, man, I got it through lockdown.
Yeah. What was it? What was it? If you don't mind me asking.
Just shoulder,
Yeah.
too many pull-ups.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it's a bit of a cliche at this point as well. I'd say like 2020 was like a bit of a shit year, but I feel like you didn't have it too bad. Like two knockout finishes at the start of your pro career.
Yeah,
Don't feel like you
yeah,
don't feel like you had it too bad.
yeah. I'm pretty lucky, to be honest, to manage to get 2 outings throughout this whole period. So I can't complain, But I still want to get out there a lot more often, and I'm itching to get back out there. So soon, man, soon. I can't wait.
Yeah. Was your pro debut right before the first lockdown?
Yeah, literally. I had my fight, and then I was scheduled to fight on Probellum 6 weeks after,
Hmm.
and obviously pandemic happened, and boom,
Yeah.
that
That must
never
have been a bit.
materialized.
Yeah. Must have been weird. Like every whole country goes into lockdown. You're like, I was only
Yeah,
fighting
I
the
was
guy in the
just
cage like not long ago.
yeah, I was I didn't know how serious it was gonna be, and then it started getting really serious. Whole country went into lockdown, and I'm like, oh my god, I was gonna fight. Now it's not happening. But what
what
can
was
you do?
what was training like for you over that time, over lockdown?
It was good up until I got injured. Then it was a bit frustrating times. I had
Yeah.
to live because gym was one of the things keeping me sane throughout lockdown. And then when I got injured, I pretty much had to experience what normal people go through. People that don't train, they're locked in. They don't have much to do, right? They
Hmm.
probably allowed their one walk a day, and that's it. Um, so yeah, that was pretty annoying. Sorry, mate. That was lagging connection, so I missed all of that.
I
Missed
asked,
the whole question.
oh no. No, I asked a question. You were like stroking your beard. I was like, wondering, is he thinking about it? Or was it? I was
Oh
like,
man.
no, I asked if you had any sort of said you wanted to stay active, but do you have any opponents you got sort of got your eye on going forward?
Um, I don't know. I keep an eye out on featherweights and bantamweights in general, but I don't really have anyone in particular on my mind. Like, there's no one I want to call out or anything like that. But whoever's gonna stand on my way, I'm gonna have to fight them, and eventually, I'm gonna end up fighting all the top people, like top 10 in the country, or whatever, to get to where I want to be. There's no way around that.
How far is it you want when you say where you want to be? Where is that? How far do you want to go? Is that UFC? Is that Bellator? Is that other
Yeah,
promotions?
UFC, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like that's top of the top. So every
yeah,
fighter is gonna want to be there.
because of the legacy there, because of all the history behind it.
Yeah, man. It's just that's the place to be. That's where my coach fought, Brad Pickett. That's where my teammate, Nathaniel fights. So I want a bit of that too.
Yeah. Do you get a lot of sparring in with Nathaniel?
Yeah, we do rounds. We do rounds. It's good work, man. I learn a
Yeah,
lot from him. It's good to have him as my training partner because really it shows you where you are, where you stand. So I'm blessed in that way to have really high level training partners. And it's just not just Nave. Like, we have loads of good guys in the gym. So I'm grateful that I'm in a good place.
yeah. Obviously, I've recently going pro yourself. Do you have any other advice for any of the other amateurs or any other young lads what trying to come up at the minute?
I think it's like same as many other fighters said before, just consistency is key when it comes to your training. Look after your body, eat healthy, invest in yourself through training sessions. So you can't cheat. You can't cheat by not training, because it's going to show eventually. The guy that has been training, and if you haven't, it's going to show on the fight night. Every time you don't train, someone else is out there training to beat you up in your next fight, right? Um, and just get as much experience as you can competition wise, on the mat, whether it's jiu-jitsu competitions, kickboxing, boxing, Muay Thai, MMA, amateur, whatever. Get yourself out there as much as you can. Record doesn't matter because no one remembers your amateur record in the end of the day when you're a pro. Like, you couldn't tell me what GSP's amateur record is, right? Because no one cares, or Khabib's or John Jones, right? No one cares about amateur record. It's all about professional ranks, right? So just get out there, get your experience, get comfortable with the spotlight, and just attack it. You got to commit. You can't be 1 foot out, 1 foot in. You got like fully in, fully committed.
Yeah.
That's the only way around it.
Full-time athlete.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you still have to graft and work around it to earn money to support yourself too on this journey.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a graft. It's not for everyone. It's really tough.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying, man.
Don't be discouraged. It might be a long road, but it will definitely be worth it in the end.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying, man.
If that's the life you want to live, of course, it's not for everyone. Not everyone wants to do this, live to get punched in the face.
No.
But I just like punching people in the face sometimes.
It's a strange breed that likes it.
Yeah, man. Don't get me wrong. I don't really enjoy taking punches in the head, but I do like hurting other people sometimes.
Yeah. Scary thing to say. Scary.
Mm.
No, I appreciate you coming on, mate.
So good, man. Thanks for having me on.
No worries, man.